see. I feel like I ain't seen y'all in like 10 weeks or something. I don't think I've been live for like 3 days, but I'm back and we are here. I owe y'all now. I do owe y'all a masterclass from yesterday, from Sunday. And if you are in the highest self circle, please make sure you complete week 1 of your homework. I'm about to upload week 2 tonight. Right? Week 1 of your homework is already up. But listen, tonight is the last masterclass in the Unblock Your Blessings series. Tonight is the last masterclass. Tonight we're going to talk about how to pray, prepare, and position yourself. Right? Pray, prepare, and position. I need somebody to put that in the comments for the people rolling in. Pray, prepare, and position yourself, right? Because faith plus action plus position equals favor. I have a spiritual math equation for you tonight. Faith plus action, that's what people don't, that's where people move off. Faith plus action plus position equals favor. Faith plus action plus position equals favor. If I was telling them, see, I was ranting on TikTok before I went on YouTube, but let me tell y'all what I was saying. See, I see God laugh at the stories that you tell yourself, because that's not the story he had written for you. As y'all may or may not know, I said I wasn't even doing taxes this year. That's number one. And then somebody, aka Taylor, said, you know what? She said I can manifest anything I want with this black magic oil, so I'm gonna manifest her doing my taxes. And here we are. So I decided that I was going to manifest doing. Who is this trying to FaceTime me? Hold on. I don't know who this is trying to FaceTime me, but we ain't doing that. All right. So somebody was like, I'm gonna go ahead and she gonna do taxes. And I went back to doing taxes. Now, when I was making up, it's funny, I do use ChatGPT, aka Little Misty, to help me out with my sales and marketing goals every month. So I said, ChatGPT, aka Little Misty, this is what I plan to do in the month of February. I want you to show me how we gonna make $100,000 in 6 figures. These are the things that I'm presenting in February. And ChatGPT, aka Little Misty, said, you're going to do 50 tax returns first and foremost. I said, no, I'm not. No, not me, not the kid, not the girl, not her. I'm not doing 50 tax returns. I don't know who's gonna do 50. I'm not doing 50 tax returns. That's not what I do. Prayed about it. I said, no, I'm gonna do about 30. 30 is enough. 30 is a good number. 30 is a good number for me. Right. This is my first year not using other tax preparers. I've just been doing them myself. So I'm like, 30 is a good number. God said, ha 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 ha. Baby, listen, I've done over 50 tax returns and we still going and I still got appointments. So listen, the story that you plan for yourself ain't what God said for you. You understand me? Listen, I've been doing these tax returns, busting them out. When I did 16 in one day, I knew it was real. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have faith, action, and position yourself. Not only have I been doing it, I didn't say, oh no, I'm about to cut off my books when I saw what was happening. I said, okay, Lord, I got it. So Lord said, I'm gonna help you out even further. I'm gonna go ahead and make one of your videos go viral on your Instagram account. And if y'all know, I don't even fool with Instagram like that. Make one of your videos go viral on the Instagram account. And it's going viral. And now I have more people that I didn't even reach an Instagram account I rarely even use. And people are hitting me up left and right, asking me, how can I get in contact with you? Can you help me with my taxes? What can I do? I need a bigger refund. I need to file multiple years. I don't owe nothing. I got W-2s. I'm single. Help me, please. And here we are. And here we are. So we're going to talk about favor, right? I told God what I wanted. I planned for what I wanted. I put things into action, right? Walked out there on faith. I'm taking action and I'm putting myself in a position, and that equals favor. So if you feel like that you are not completely doing what it is that you need to do, or the things that you ask God for are not coming forward, are not right here in your face, tonight is the night. So if you're ready, tell me you're ready, because I'm about to teach you how to get into it. I'm about to teach you how to activate favor. Anybody ready to activate favor? Yes, no, maybe so. I'm going to teach you how to activate favor. Hmm? I'll wait. Hmm. Now, as always, if you are brand new to my crew, we do the I do, we do, you do method. All right. You'll hear me say this every day. I used to be a school teacher. God bless them kids, but you know what I was about to say. But one of the things that one of the things that I did take from the school system is the I do, we do, you do system. Listen, wait a minute. See, now I'm about to, she said, okay, coach, because I'm one of them, I ain't filed, I'm ready. The I do, we do, you do system. All right. So I'm listen, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna teach you a little something. We gonna implement what I taught you, and then I'm gonna give you some homework to do on your own. Is that okay? Friend said, can I still get my taxes done once my business taxes are done? Why are your business taxes and your regular taxes separated? I'm confused. One moment, un momento, por favor. If your business is not a C corporation, shut up. You Leroy want a tax return too? If your business is not a C corporation, why are they not on a schedule C? If your business is not a C, if your LLC goes on a schedule C with your personal taxes, so somebody doing your LLC, girl, we'll talk about that in a minute. To God be the glory. We'll talk about that in a minute. The LLC goes on a schedule C, will go with your personal taxes. Um, Furthermore, let me show y'all. Cardinal is up and he ain't got to go to work tomorrow. So I want to introduce y'all to the new I know you lying button. That's the new button. We still got our hype button. But when y'all say something stupid, this is I know you fucking lying button. Brought to you by Timu. Listen, first of all, let's take a breath. Let's take a breath for a second. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Listen, what we doing tonight is not content, right? What I'm doing tonight is not motivation, and I'm definitely not trying to get you in the vibe. You want to catch the Holy Ghost? Take your ass to church. This tonight right here is a closing ceremony. As I said before, welcome to the last masterclass for how to unblock your blessings, y'all. We did 10 classes, 10 Mondays, 10 classes. This is the last class on how to unblock your blessings. If you missed the other 9 classes, don't fret my pet. They're on YouTube. I am Coach Misty on YouTube. Go ahead and go over to YouTube. Check out my lives. Matter of fact, I keep saying I'm going to get one of my social media assistants to make a playlist. I'm going to remind me to put that on the task for today. All right, so I'm going to get that done today. But you can go ahead and find and unblock your blessing videos. Okay, so this will be number 10, right? Again, if you are just now joining us, you said I'm not live on TikTok. I am live on TikTok. Nita, you might just be blocked. People be like, you're not live on TikTok. I might you you may not have access to my TikTok. That sound better. You may not have access to my TikTok. Sweet mother of Christ. Y'all listen. Again, welcome to Masterclass 10. Pray, prepare, and position yourself. This is the final class of this series. And I want you to know that final doesn't mean ending. Final means activation. I'm teaching you how to activate your faith today. When I say final class, I want you to know final means you stop collecting information and start becoming a living embodiment of what you have learned. How many people honestly how many people honestly go back and try the things that we talked about? How many people implement the things that we talk about? I want you to be honest. How many people implement the things that we talk about? I'll wait. So I got one person, best mother in the universe, say I do. Who really implements this? Your beauty CEO say I do. D Fly ass said all the time. Okay. Well, we got 3. We got 3 out of about 100. And you wonder why your life is fucked off. I'm not saying your life is fucked off because you don't beat me. I'm saying your life is fucked off because you don't implement the things that is put right in front of your face. God is giving you a better way to live and you don't do shit about it. That's why your life is fucked off. Huh? Yeah, 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 yeah. That's why you wake up every day not liking yourself, not liking your kids. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about how you are one decision away, from being the best version of you, how you are one decision away from being a millionaire. You are one decision away from being married. You are one decision away from being happy. You are one decision away from that promotion. You are one decision away from that new house. You are one decision away from joy. But yet and still, we come here every day in, day out. Uh, we come here every day in, day out with the listen, with the same old, with the same bullshit, day in, day out. You come, you listen, you cheer, you clap, you amen, you repost, you comment, but then that's it. We talked about it. What do we need to have? Huh? In order to have favor, you need to have faith, action, and position. That equals favor. Huh? Faith, action. You can't just show up. You can't just show up. You can't just get dressed and walk in the door. You got to do something about it. Huh? You got to do something about it. You can't just log in. You can't just tap, 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 clap, clap, clap. You got to take this and run with it. So tonight, I want you to know that I'm not giving you something new. Tonight, I'm giving you order. This ain't nothing new. And here's the truth that most people will never hear clearly is favor does not fall on confusion. My God. Thank you for sharing the live, Big Unk. Huh? Favor does not fall on confusion. That's why some of the stuff you asking for, most of the stuff you're asking for ain't showed up because there's confusion in your life. There's confusion in your home. There's confusion in your mind, confusion in your thoughts, confusion in your marriage, confusion on your job, confusion with them kids. Favor does not fall on confusion. Favor falls on alignment. I want you to know that favor is not random. Favor is not luck. And favor is not God picking favorites. That's not what favor is. Favor responds to structure, and you hoes have none. Bitch, I hit the button on myself. I said that shit so bad, I slopped a little bit. Favor responds to structure. I meant that. Huh? And here's the deal. The structure that I'm talking about is simple. Faith plus action plus position equals favor. What is it? Faith plus action plus position. Somebody put it in the comments. Where's my math teachers at? Where are my educators? Faith plus action plus position. I'm going to say it again. Faith plus action and position. You think just praying is going to get you somewhere. No, prayer opens up the path. Just going and praying and saying, dear Heavenly Father, dear God, you could pray your life away. Praying just opens up the path. That don't get you where you need to be. That's a way for you to vocalize what it is that you want. Come on, somebody. Faith plus action plus position equals favor. See, again, prayer opens up the path. Preparation strengthens your ability to receive. You prepare for this shit. Huh? Listen, when I tell you, boom, let me give y'all, come on, thank you, Kai. Let me give y'all a little backdrop. I don't care what I said, what I told God, you know what I'm saying? Because you can say anything out of open mouth. I don't care what I told God. I told God, Lord, I don't want no 50 tax clients. Lord, I 30 a do. That's a lot on me. I don't know. But what did I do? I said that out my mouth, but I still made sure that me and my husband went and did something at the beginning of the month. I had started preparing. I talked to my husband. I talked to my kids. I said, y'all know it's tax season. Okay. This is what I'm doing. I told Cardinal he was off at the beginning of the month. I said, let's go and do something now because it's about to get scary. Okay, I told you it's about to be scary. It's gonna be times I don't have my hair done, times I'm looking crazy, or you gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna be sitting on that couch or at my desk, and you're gonna wake up in the morning. I'm still gonna be sitting on that couch at my desk. So I had started preparing the people in my life. I had to start preparing my schedule. I started, if y'all go book for readings, you can see it ain't that much availability for readings. I start preparing, even though I said one thing on my mouth, right? I had started preparing because I know I told God, Lord, I need a 6-figure month. Lord, I will have a 6-figure month. Lord, I am $100,000 30-day type of, y'all know what I was about to say. Prayer opens the path. Preparation strengthens your ability to receive, and positioning places you where the blessing can actually reach you. Now, had I not told nobody I do taxes and kept it to myself, or didn't tell Cardinal to tell nobody, or didn't put it on social media, don't matter how much prayer I did, don't no matter how much clearing my schedule I did, if I did not position myself as a tax authority, as the refund queen that I am, the tax authority that I am, nobody will be beating down my door to get their taxes done. I'm going to say this again. Prayer opens the path, right? Preparation strengthens your ability to receive, and positioning places you where the blessing can actually reach you. See, some of you all have been praying correctly. Okay. Hats off to you. A lot of y'all are believing correctly. Hats off to you. Some of y'all are even manifesting correctly. Hats off to you, but you've been standing in the wrong place. And tonight we correct all of that. If you missed me, say you missed me. If you missed me, tell me you missed me. How many of y'all missed me? I missed y'all. How many, even though Kai, they didn't want to act like Kai, they tried to act like I wasn't snatched. I stood up, Kai, and showed my waistline. They tried to act like I wasn't snatched. I said these taxes done snatched me up real bad. Didn't nobody say nothing. They just like, girl, good day. Good day. They Kai. They tried to act like the girl wasn't girling. Please. Please, bitch. Please. Hmm? I miss y'all too. Listen. Hmm? Kai, they tried to act like the ass wasn't assing. I said, I don't never really stand up on these videos because I'm always sitting down. They trying to act like the ass wasn't assing. Huh? Please. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and get back. Let's go ahead and get back into where we have to go. All right? So, let me say this to say that. Wondering where I was? Doing taxes. Shit. Making dreams come true. Getting people back $13,000 tax returns by the grace of God. Okay. That's what I've been doing. Doing tax returns. Okay. Please. Okay. Looking crazy. All right. Look, this people still hit me up. Jesus Christ. God, 'tis of thee. I will get with them in a minute. Oh, Lord. Thank you. I'm not complaining. Listen, I ain't complaining. I will get with them in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and dismantle something immediately, and we're going to talk about prayer. And I think we need to change how we pray. I've told the story about my praying grandmothers. One prayed the poor man's prayer, another one prayed the rich man prayer. Right? Somebody's prayed the poor man, the pauper's prayer. Listen, the pauper's prayer versus the rich man's prayer. Right? The prosperous prayer. So I want y'all to know, number one, prayer is not begging. I need somebody to put that in the comments. I need 3 people to take notes for me on TikTok, 1 on YouTube, and 1 on Facebook. Prayer is not begging. Y'all be begging. Y'all be begging, God, Lord, take this away from me. Prayer is not begging. That's not what prayer is. Yeah, we about to get into it. Prayer is not begging. Thank you, Anita. Prayer is not begging. Also, prayer is not repeating words louder. That's not what prayer is. Prayer ain't just, oh, I'm just gonna keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over. No, we're not doing that. And prayer is not spiritual panic. A lot of y'all, when shit hit the fan, you run to God. You should have ran to God when you was doing the. Where's my lip gloss at? That's the problem. Let me put some lip gloss on. Y'all wait until y'all get an eviction notice to run the God when you should have been running the God when you knew you got laid off your job. You should have ran a God. You should have ran a God and asking for a business idea. When you saw your money getting funny. But no, you wait until you got an eviction notice. You wait until you get an eviction notice, and now you want to run a God. Now you begging, Lord, save me this one time. Lord, don't let me and my kids be put out on the street. Lord, please this and please that. I want you to know that prayer is not begging. It's not repeating words louder. It is not spiritual panic. Prayer is alignment. Prayer is alignment. Real prayer does not make you frantic. It makes you clear. When you pray in alignment, when you have real prayer, it gives you clarity. Prayer makes you clear. When prayer is real, it does 5 things simultaneously. You ready? First, prayer removes spiritual noise. When your prayer is real, it will clear out the room. See, a lot of y'all think y'all blocked, but you're not blocked, you overstimulated. That's your problem. Too many voices, too many opinions, too many timelines, too many what ifs. You overstimulated. You're not blocked. You don't procrastinate. You got too much going on. Prayer quiets the chaos so instructions can rise. Huh? That's number one. What is the first thing prayer does? Prayer removes spiritual noise. When you're praying right, when you're praying in alignment, prayer removes spiritual noise. Number two, listen, see, God is not your emergency life vest. You had good. Listen, I like that. Ian Samuel said, I heard someone say, God is not your spiritual life vest. God is not your spiritual life vest. You understand me? You run into the wrong one when stuff hit the fan. Absolutely not. God been telling you what to do for 30 days and you couldn't hear him because you was in your own head. You couldn't hear him because you let people talk you out of what you out your conscience. You couldn't hear him. And now when things hit the fan, now it's, oh God, where are you at? Please. Number one, God, listen, prayer removes spiritual noise. Number two, prayer activates discernment. I'm going to say that again. Prayer activates discernment. Discernment is the ability to recognize what looks good, but is wrong for you. That's what discernment is. Like, I know it's good, but I don't need that. That's discernment. When you walking in that grocery store aisle and you know that you've been on your journey, you on your weight loss journey, right? You on your healthy kick, and you walk past some Hostess cupcakes and they looking at you and you looking at them. And just like Mariah Carey, they saying, we belong together. That's what the Hostess Cupcakes say to me sometimes. Okay? Who you gonna lean on when times get tough? Hostess Cupcakes don't sing to y'all? That, well, okay, that just might be me. But listen, when you pray about it, listen, activates discernment. And discernment is the ability to recognize what looks good, but is wrong for you. Right? That's not, listen. So, because here's the deal. Prayer is going to sharpen your inner compass. This is about the discernment. Everybody has the gift of discernment. Some of y'all just don't activate it. Prayer sharpens your inner confidence, right? That's why some doors lose their shine when you pray. Uh-oh. Huh? I'm going to say this again. When you pray about something, some doors lose their shine. This is why some people stop fitting when you pray. When you start praying about stuff and people don't fit your scenario, that's what happened. Your discernment then kicked in. You asking God to take them away. They've been fucking you up. Sometimes, listen, and this is why desires fall away when you pray. Prayer doesn't just reveal blessings. Prayer reveals assignments. Y'all not ready for that. What did I say? Y'all looking for a blessing. God trying to give you an assignment. I don't listen. I had one of the ladies who has unlimited text with me. She asked me a question today in unlimited text. She said, there's a guy who's teaching people how to get into Airbnb, and he's asking for a $2,000 investment. Is it worth it? If you got to come to me and ask me about a $2,000 investment, your discernment already told you no. Now you looking for somebody. Your discernment, God told you no. God told you no, because if that was it, listen, when something is for you, you have no problem with coming right into it and signing up. You have no problem with saying, here go my money, here go my car. When something is for you, you have, listen, God done already told you what it was. What you looking for? You looking for me for confirmation? Your discernment already stood up. Your discernment stood up and said, absolutely not. But you're going to come to me and just kind of make sure, or you're looking for me to tell you, oh, yeah, girl, go ahead and do it, when your discernment said absolutely not. Again, prayer doesn't just reveal blessings. It doesn't reveal blessings. It reveals assignments. Number three, prayer recalibrates identity. Come on, somebody. A new buzzer, okay? I'm in a new way. It's a new month and a new buzzer. Baby Cardinal, then we got all the batteries at home. Cardinal, then put the, not today. Cardinal, then put all the batteries in there for me. Prayer recalibrates identity. Number three, somebody put in the comments. Prayer recalibrates identity. Prayer reminds you who you were before the trauma. Yeah. Prayer, if you're praying right, prayer will remind you who you were before the trauma. Prayer reminds you who you were before survivor mode. Prayer reminds you who you were before people pleasing. Prayer says you are chosen, equipped, and supported. That's what prayer says. Prayer says you are chosen, equipped, and supported. Not later, not when you fix everything, but now. That's what prayer says. Now we on to number four. I was telling y'all 5 ways that prayers change things. Number 4, prayer expands capacity. Prayer expands capacity. You cannot receive. Let me talk to Facebook. You cannot receive what your nervous system is not regulated enough to hold. I've said this time and time again. You cannot receive what your nervous system is not regulated to hold. You can't receive it. I don't care how much you pray about it. I don't care how much oil you put on. I don't care what you do. You cannot receive what your nervous system is not regulated enough to hold. I want you to know that prayer strengthens your inner container. Hmm? And number 5, last but not least, prayer signals readiness. Prayer signals readiness. Prayer is a spiritual signal flare. It says, I am available, I am listening, I am obedient. And here's a line I need y'all to keep in y'all spirit. I need y'all to hold on to this. Listen, I want you to hold on to this, because I think this is where a lot of y'all is messing the game up. Prayer does not deliver the blessing. Prayer opens the door for the blessing. Did y'all hear what I say? Did y'all hear what I said? This is why y'all be praying and shit don't happen. Prayer does not deliver the blessing. Praying for a man is not going to have a man come up to your door. Praying for a man opens the door for the blessing. Praying for a man opens the door for God to send you a plan. Praying for the man says, I'm ready. This is what I'm wanting for. I'm obedient. What's the next step? That's what prayer does. And this is why a lot of y'all say, no, wait, y'all waiting on stuff to happen and it nothing happening because you thinking that, oh, I prayed about it. God just going to deliver it. No, prayer opens the door for the blessing. See, if you pray but refuse to prepare a position, this is what y'all need to hear. If you pray but refuse to prepare or position, you're standing in the doorway blocking your own favor. My God, I got two of them now. You can't stop, won't stop. What did I say? If you pray, but you refuse to move, if you pray about this business and pray about getting this money and you refuse to put yourself on social media, you are standing in the doorway of your own favor. If you pray about having a new house, but you refuse to contact a realtor, listen, if you are praying about getting your own stuff and you refuse to contact a realtor, you are blocking your own favor. You understand me? If you are praying for overflow, but you refuse to let go of the people who suck you dry, I need another something. Where's my gavel at? You are standing in the way of your own favor. Hmm? Does anybody need me to repeat 1 through 5? Does anybody need me to repeat 1 through 5? One more time. Does anybody need to repeat 1 through 5? I had said to myself, I said, you know what? I keep on saying, like, I do really good online, but I don't have, listen, but I don't have a following. I don't have a big enough outreach in Dallas, right? And before I start traveling to these other cities, I need to do something where I'm at, right? I need to have a case study where I'm at. And Carlo and I was talking, and I was like, you know what? I want to hold a meeting. I want to hold a meeting. I want to bring people in, not as employees, but as partners. I want to introduce what I'm going through, the direction I'm moving in, and I want to position myself with people who I know that would do well within CME. It's a CME ecosystem, right? The CME ecosystem. And me and Carnal was talking about it, and then I started looking at places on Peerspace, and I said, you know what? Boom! I rented a place on Peerspace. I said, here we go. I rented it. I rented the place on Peerspace. I said, this is what we about to do. And that's just that. And I put it out there and I invited certain people. Everybody didn't get an invite. I invited certain people. I said, I'm going to have a mixture of people that I know and people that I don't know. And this is what we're doing. It's time to walk into the next level of CME, right? It's time to build it's time to build a team that, listen, a team of go-getters. Not saying I ain't had one before. I don't want employees, I want partners, right? I don't need employees, I need partners. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 5 things real quick. We're gonna do the list for the 5, right? All right, number 1. This is the 5 things that prayer will do. 5 things that prayer will do. Number 1, prayer removes spiritual noise. Prayer removes spiritual noise. Number 2, prayer activates discernment. Number 1, prayer removes spiritual noise. Number 2, prayer activates discernment. Right. Number 3, prayer recalibrates identity. Recalibrates identity. Number 4, prayer expands capacity. And number 5, prayer signals readiness. Those are the 5 things that prayer do simultaneously. All right. All right, y'all. Now let's talk about preparation. Let's talk about preparation because preparation is respect for the blessing. You got to prepare for the blessing. When you start preparing, whether it's preparing your house, what did I tell some of y'all that I coach on relationships? Some of y'all that say, hey, I'm very successful. I want to have somebody to share the success with. I want a man that mirrors what I have to give. I want this type of man. Whoop de doo. What do I first thing I tell y'all? Start making room in your house. I'm not saying go pick up a bum off the street and let him move in your house. Start making room. I said you can't say that you want to share your life with someone when your whole life is centered around you. Start preparing for this person. I said I'm not telling you he can have his own house, but make room for him at your house before you even met him. Clear out a drawer for him. Go buy a toothbrush for him before you even met him. Take 45 outfits out that closet and make a little space for him before you even met him. Because now I'm preparing. What am I doing? I'm having respect for the blessing. The thing that I asked God for, I'm respecting that it's already mine. You understand me? Now I'm taking action. I'm preparing. So we're going to talk about preparation. And I'm going to say this to say that preparation is not perfection. And that's where a lot of us as women get caught up. Preparation is not perfection. Preparation is respect. Take a sip. What did I say? Preparation is not perfection. Preparation is respect. Preparation says, I honor what I'm asking for enough to get ready for it. I'm going to say this and say that. I honor what I'm asking for enough to get ready for it. I told God, Lord, I want $100,000 month in February. I wrote that down. I didn't write down 80, maybe 90, hopefully no, $100,000 month. And I started preparing for that. Right? I started preparing. I went on, put my quality time in my marriage early in the game. I told my husband, this is what this is. I told my family, this is what this is. You understand me? I started preparing for that. I started clearing out my schedule just for that. You hear me? Listen, preparation is respect. Preparation says, I honor what I'm asking for enough to get ready for it. And I want to say this, God will never send you what you are emotionally, mentally, or structurally unprepared to sustain. What? You talking about God then forgot me? No, he know who you are. He looking right at your monkey self. He looking right at you. All right, y'all. We got a goal of 40 roses. Let's get it. Let's go. 40 people to send a rose. I'm going to say this. God will never send you what you are emotionally, mentally, or structurally unprepared to sustain. God will never send it to you. And then God is not punishing you. He is protecting you. God ain't going to send you somebody for you to fumble it. Because if you fumble it, you're going to lose faith in yourself and you may never go down that path again. I want you to know that preparation multiplies blessings in 4 deep ways. Are y'all ready? I'm going to tell you the 4 ways that preparation multiplies blessings. Now, I see y'all sending them roses. Y'all showing out for your girl tonight. We need 40 people to send a rose to hit our TikTok goal. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, my note takers, when y'all ready, tell me y'all ready. Because I need y'all to keep up in the notes. You know, people coming in and they gonna want to know what's going on. These are the 4 ways that preparation multiplies blessings. I think everybody need to hear this right now. I just need 2 people on TikTok to tell me they ready. Thank y'all for the roses. You guys are amazing. Let's get it. Let's go. Number 1, I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna run them back. Number 1, preparation creates capacity. I wait. Listen. Preparation creates capacity. I'm going to say it again. Preparation creates capacity. Thank you. I am bossed up. Preparation creates capacity. See, capacity is your ability to hold without spilling. That's what capacity is. I talk about, y'all hear me talking about capacity a lot. Capacity is your ability to hold without spilling. I used the last time we talked about capacity, I said, what happens if you have a teacup? You have a teacup. You've asked God to give you a gallon worth of blessings, but you came to him with a teacup. What's going to happen with them blessings? Y'all say, what's going to be an overflow of blessings, but who there to catch it? These blessings are for you. See, there's a difference when you have an internal overflow and you're able to help others without being drained. It's another thing when you ask God for a gallon of blessings and you show up with a teacup to hold it in, right? Again, we're not doing that. See, some people lose blessings not because they're undeserving, but because they lack containment. You can't hold what God is asking you to do. You ain't prepared to make 6 figures in a year. You haven't prepared for that. You ain't did the budgeting. You haven't taken the time out. You haven't let the people, the leeches out your life go. You're not prepared for real love because you still mad about what day they did to you back in 97. You still ain't got no peace about your child's father. So how can you be prepared for real love? Your heart is not prepared. You lack the container to hold the love that you are asking God for. You asking God for a Boaz. And listen, don't nobody want to be around your ass. Take a sip. Take a sip. So, number 1, preparation creates capacity. Number 2, preparation aligns your energy. Huh? Preparation aligns your energy. You stop moving like someone that is hoping. Hope is the hell of a drug. The hope is a hell of a drug. Hope will have you holding on. Hope will have y'all in situationships at 50. Hope is crazy. Hope is wild work. Hope to have you operating a home business and don't nobody know about it. Hope to have you with a LLC for 10 years and you ain't made $10. That's what hope. Okay? Yeah. So when I say that preparation aligns energy, I said, listen, you stop moving like someone hoping and you start moving like someone expecting. You understand me? I want you to know that when you start preparing for those blessings, your posture changes. Yeah. Your posture is going to change. Your tone changes. Your decisions changes. I told you, you 1 pip decision away from being the best person ever. Just one. Just one. All right. So we did number one and number two. Number three, preparation collapses waiting time. You say what? Yeah. A lot of y'all hoes on hold. Y'all ever try to call the IRS or call a credit card company? If you ever try to call any financial institution on a Monday, I guarantee you're gonna be on hold. Hmm? I guarantee you're gonna be on hold. That's how y'all do when y'all pray and rely on faith alone. When you pray and rely on faith alone, you on hold. You on a holding pattern. Huh? You playing freeze tag. You playing freeze tag and ain't nobody came to unfreeze you, huh? You playing red light, green light, and ain't nobody gave no more instructions. You just standing there. Huh? You just this y'all. When you start preparing for this, preparation collapses waiting time. Heaven does not reward desperation. You like that one, Gian? Heaven does not reward desperation. Heaven responds to readiness. I'm going to say this again. Heaven doesn't reward desperation. Heaven responds to readiness. When you prepare, you shorten the gap between what you ask for and when it show up. When you start preparing for it. Number four, preparation builds confidence. I'm going to say it again. Preparation builds confidence. Now, I said confidence, not arrogance. Confidence. Because see, confidence is stability. And stability is magnetic. I'm saying this again. Confidence is stability, and stability is magnetic. I'm gonna go ahead and say this slowly for the people in the back. A blessing without preparation becomes a burden. Huh? Hold on, because I think we lying. Come on. We need 12 more people to hit their roles, or this class is going private. 12 more people to send the roles that haven't sent one before. This class going private. I'm gonna say this again. A blessing without preparation becomes a burden. A blessing without preparation becomes a burden, but a blessing with preparation becomes overflow. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. A blessing without preparation becomes a burden, but a blessing with preparation becomes overflow. And this is why some prayers take longer. Not because God is slow, but because you're still building a container to hold it. That's why some things come. That's why some women pray for kids and don't have kids until they in their late 40s. God was preparing you for that. God didn't punish you for that. God was preparing you for that. Maybe you couldn't handle the baby at 22, but God said, you're going to handle this baby at 47. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm 50 years old and I'm pregnant. You ready? God was preparing you for that. Hmm? God's preparing you for that. First of all, hold on one second. Let me explain to everybody. Hello, how y'all doing? My name is Coach Misty. Welcome in to Unblock Your Blessings. This is masterclass number 10. This is the final class of this series, but we'll be starting a new series. I'm going to teach y'all how to manifest with the best. I'm going to teach y'all how to manifest for the rest of the whole year. Every Monday it's going to be Manifest with Me Monday, starting next Monday. But I want to say this. When we are on TikTok, TikTok gives me a goal as a popular, y'all see it says a popular live, right? As a top TikTok creator, we have a goal for engagement. So before I go off on a Lucy and let me explain to y'all. So what we're asking to do is to go ahead. This is not a battle. In order to show TikTok that we deserve to be on the For You page, that we deserve to be out there, TikTok wants to know, can you, Coach Misty, convince 40 people to send you one rose? That's a penny. One rose, right? So we have 113 people here. We needed 40 people to send a rose. So that means there's a lot of y'all that did not send one. Now, here's the deal. A lot of times I want you to get this free work because this is a master class, right? And I want to explain before I just go off the deep end, right? And here's the deal. So this is not me saying send the no, that's not what this is. What I'm saying is let's go ahead and stay on FYP. Let's go ahead and reach the masses. We don't need one person to send 40 roses. My husband can get online and do that. They're looking for 40 different people to make sure that there's engagement. Now, because I stand on business and I know what I have to give is more than any penny out here. If we do not reach this goal, I turn the class private, which means people who paid to be super fans of mine, they will get this information. I don't give a fuck if it's 1,000 people watching. I would rather have 100 people or 10 people who rock with me hard and support me and willing to help me the way I help them than to have 1,000 bystanders. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's talking about positioning. Now we talked about preparation. We talked about prayer. We talked about preparation. I want to talk about positioning. Does anybody have any questions about what we've discussed so far? You can join the live. If you have questions about what we discussed so far, please come and join the live. let's go ahead and get some. I don't want y'all to just listen and feel good about it and just like, oh my God, I feel amazing. I want you to actually understand it. Thank you, Cardinal. Look, there go my, not my husband talking about, let me go and send this rose. Not Cardinal. Cardinal that got online. Hell, let me go and send this rose. I know you lying. Thank you, Cardinal. Thank you, Big Unk. He probably like, I got to live with her ass. Let me go and send this rose real quick. Oh God, that was a good one. Thank you. They say Cardinal is the MVP. Shout out to Big Unk. Yes. Shout out to you, Big Unk. Yes. Cardinal somewhere like Lord. He probably watching basketball. Let me send this girl this rose. To God be the glory. Okay. All right, y'all. So I can pin the thing one more time. Oh, we got it. Never mind. Y'all, it's achieved. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, let's talk about positioning. I will give y'all a chance to join a live and ask me questions. Not reading questions. We're gonna do readings tonight too. I know I've been missing y'all. Y'all been missing me. So I'm coming with the confusion and the fuckery tonight. I promise you I am. But we're gonna talk about this. I want to talk to you about positioning because positioning is where this is the part that changes everything. We talked about faith, we talked about prayer, we talked about preparation, but positioning is the part that changes everything. I want you to know positioning is not physical. People are like, oh, well, maybe I got to get out there. I got to go out into the streets. I got to go to vendor events. I got to go to date, speed date nights. This is not about just physical. Positioning is mental, emotional, relational, and spiritual. That, listen, that's what it is. Positioning is mental, emotional, relational, and spiritual. You can pray, you can prepare, but if you are standing in fear, I'm going to say this again. I don't care how much you pray, I don't care how much you prepare. If you are standing in fear, chaos, or misalignment, the blessing cannot locate you. Huh? Huh? Listen, and I know I'm gonna talk about love because we a couple days out from Valentine's Day. A lot of y'all want me. I'm about to do something special for y'all because I love y'all. I'm about to open up private love readings. I'm gonna open up my schedule for this week. I'm gonna give y'all whatever I got. I'm gonna open up my schedule for this week, and I'm gonna do private love readings for the mini ones for like 25. I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want this week, right? I might give it to you for the rest of the month. And I want a lot of people be like, oh, I want somebody to love me. I want somebody to come. I want a protector. I want a provider. I want a partner. Listen, these blessings cannot find you when you are standing in fear, when you are fearful of love for real because of what somebody do you. These blessings can't find you if you're still fucking with your ex. That's chaos. You talking about, well, I got this dude that won't leave me alone, but I really want somebody else. The next person can't find you because you in chaos and you in misalignment. Listen, I want you to know that blessings are GPS coded. Oh yeah. Listen, what did I say? Blessings are GPS coded. Did y'all know that? How many people knew that? Did y'all know that? Blessings are GPS coded. They are sent to, listen, blessings are sent to states of being and not wishes. That's what y'all don't understand. Blessings are directed to states of being and not a wish. Positioning means you stop sitting in rooms that shrink you. That's what positioning means. Positioning means that some spaces are comfortable but cursed. Positioning says some relationships feel familiar, but they block your flow. Positioning means mental readiness. If your mind is closed, opportunity will pass quietly. Position means, come on, it's a state of being, not a wish. Positioning means emotional regulation. Overflow requires emotional maturity. Did y'all hear what I said? Overflow, overflow requires emotional maturity. I'm going to say it one more time. Overflow requires emotional maturity. One more time for the people in the back. Overflow requires emotional maturity. If everything overwhelms you, the blessing will too. Hmm? If you are easily overwhelmed, the blessing ain't gonna bless you, just gonna add more to your plate. Positioning means spiritual obedience. When you are positioned correctly, guidance becomes loud. When you are in positions correctly, listen, guidance is gonna come. God, listen, you'll hear God's voice over everything when you are positioned correctly. And I want you to know that fear is a location. And faith is also a location. But favor only shows up where faith is standing. I want to say this: fear is a location. Fear is real. Fear is a location. And a lot of y'all is on fear. Y'all on the corner of fear and chaos. A lot of y'all on the corner of fear and confusion. Where are you located, girl? On the corner of fear and confusion? Huh? Where you located? On highway to hell? Huh? That's where you at. Highway to hell. Does anybody need me to repeat about positioning? Does anybody need me to run it back what positioning does for you? Yes, no, maybe so. Does anybody need me to run this back? Huh? Does anybody need me to run this back? Yes or no? Just let me know. I'm like Aaliyah. That's what Aaliyah said. Let me know. Does anybody need me to run this back? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know if y'all said yes, no, or maybe so. I was looking for something. I don't know what y'all said. If y'all needed me to run it back or not, I was looking for something real quick. I was looking for the site to put on the screen because y'all need to go ahead and get into the higher self circle and get ready because I'm sick of it. I don't know where. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. I don't know where it is with the highest self. That ain't what I was looking for. But okay, look, that ain't what I was looking for. But all right, all right, that wasn't the one I was looking for. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Listen, if you have not done so already, I need y'all to go ahead and check out. Listen, the link in my bio, the website has changed. Now, I am coachmisty.com is still up, but I want y'all to check out the new one. The 30-day reset guide has been corrected. So you can go ahead and download the 30-day reset guide for free. There it is. You can download the 30-day reset guide for free. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There. All right, they said run it back. Number, all right, let's get into it. I'm not going to talk about everything, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this to say that. Positioning is not physical, it's mental, emotional, relational, and spiritual. You can pray, you can prepare, but if you're standing in fear, chaos, or misalignment, the blessings cannot locate you. Why? Because blessings are GPS located, right? They are, listen, blessings are sent to states of being and not wishes. Positioning means you stop sitting in rooms that shrink you. Positioning says some places are comfortable but cursed. Positioning says some relationships feel familiar, but they block your flow. Positioning means mental readiness. If your mind is closed, opportunities will pass you quietly. Positioning means emotional regulation because overflow requires emotional maturity. And if everything overwhelms you, so will those blessings. Positioning means spiritual obedience. When you are positioned correctly, guidance becomes loud. And as I said, fear is a location and so is faith. But favor only shows up where faith is standing. Now, we did the I do, we do, you do, right? We did the I do. I done taught you all about everything. We talked about how you need to have faith, action, and you need to be in alignment. You need to do preparation. You need to have positioning. We talked about that. So now let's go ahead and put that together. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab your journal. Grab a journal. We're gonna make three. Listen, I want you to grab your journal and I want you to make three parts on the page. We're gonna grab your journal. We're gonna make three parts. I'm gonna get my good old index cards. Hold on. I'm gonna get me a good old index card right here. I'm gonna get me a good old back fat this out. I'm gonna get a good old index card and I'm gonna do mine on the index card. All right. So what I want you to do is divide your page into three. Right? You're gonna divide your page into three. I'm gonna divide my index card for y'all. All right. I'm gonna do it into okay. Well, that's dead. Okay. That's done. All right. Let me go and get something else to write with. So the first column is gonna say pray. The first column says pray. So I know this is gonna be backwards. Shut up. The first column says pray. The second column says prepare. The second column says prepare. You got pray, you got prepare. Pray and prepare. Pray and prepare. The third column says position. All right, so we got three columns. The first one is pray. The second one is prepare. The third one is position. We got three. Everybody on the same page. We got three columns on your piece of paper. You need to not a sticky note. You need to have a full piece of paper. I just got this to show y'all real quick. Pray, prepare, and position. That's what we're doing. All right. Under pray, under the first column where it says pray, I want you to write one blessing that you are believing for in the next 30 days. Go ahead and write it. Under pray, I want you to write one blessing that you are believing for in the next 30 days. Write one blessing under pray. I want you to write one blessing that you're believing for in the next 30 days. I put $1 million. I put $1 million in the next 30 days. $1 million. $1 million in the next 30 days. $1 million, a million lives, a million. I want you to be very specific about what it is. One prayer, listen, one blessing you're believing for in the next 30 days. Now, we already wrote our blessing under pray. Under prepare, I want you to write what you can do this week to support it. Under prepare, I want you to write what you can do this week to support it. I'm gonna start it off. So for my $1 million, number one, I need to finalize my CME affiliate program. I need to do the 360 program. That means it's you can listen. You can get paid to share everything I got. So I need to finalize the CME affiliate 360 program. That's under prepare, right? So under prepare, write one thing, right? Listen, I want you to start with one thing you can do this week to support it, right? I want it to be clear. Listen, whatever it is, I need it to be clear. Listen, if you need to listen, whatever it is you need to do, and if you need to clear the room out, I want you to clear it. I want you to be very specific and detailed. If you need to save yourself, I need you, whatever it is you do, if you need to heal, study, practice, whatever it is you need to do, I need you to write it on to prepare. And then the third one is position. The third one says position. I want you, this is where you need to move. When you position yourself, you move. So this will be new habits, new rooms, new boundaries, new identities. So I said $1 million that I am looking for in 30 days. I'm going to finalize. One of the things I can do is finalize the CME affiliate program, the 360 program. Another thing I can do is stop creating. Or stop creating for 2026. The another thing I can do is to stop creating in 2026. And when I say creating in 2026, what I mean is what I got on the table is what I got on the table. That's it. That's what we're moving forward with. If I get another idea, I'm gonna put it in my 2027 notebook and let it sit there, and I'll visit it again in October. Stop creating in 2026 and move with what I have. That's another thing that I'm going to do. So, to position myself, what did I do? I am now hosting a local Dallas event. That's one way to position myself. I'm hosting local Dallas events. Huh? I'm hosting local Dallas events. Number two, another way I position myself is to get back on the lecture circuit. I'm back with the Ultimate Women's Expo, right? I'm back with the Ultimate Women's Expo. I'm positioning myself, right? I'm showing myself as an authority, back with the Ultimate Women's Expo. Getting back, listen, speaking back to speaking engagements, right? That's what I'm doing. Another way to position myself, right, is to go ahead and listen. They said new habits, new rooms, new boundaries, new identity. Another way to position myself is to go ahead and get that all white suit. Huh? Yeah, all white suit. Go ahead and get that. The all white suit. Hmm. That's another way to position myself. Another way to position myself is to have one day a week where I pass out flyers, to get outside and pass out flyers, show my face and give out flyers. One day a week, I go pass out flyers, get outside and go see people. Sitting behind this desk and this chair is cool. Getting online, having my videos cut up is cool, but I need to go out and touch the people. Listen, to all white suit. Yeah, I need to go out and touch people. So I'm passing out flyers. These are ways to position myself, right? And I want you to know that the things that you are writing down, this is not a wish list. I'm not telling you to write we're not writing a Santa Claus what we want for Christmas of 2026. This is a strategy document. I want you to know that right here, this is how easy it is. I told you, you one pimp decision away from changing your life. This is a strategy document, right? I said, what am I praying for in the next 30 days? $1 million, $1 million, a million lives. Number two, I'm preparing, I'm finalizing the affiliate program, the 360 program. I'm going to stop creating in 2026. Whatever I got going on, I'm going to go ahead and move it into 2027. I'm going to use what I have right now, right? I'm also I got the CME founders, right? I got the CME founders table. We're going to have our first meeting. on 3-1, the CME founders table. I don't care if I got slots for 20 people. It might be 20 people show up, it might be two. Whoever show up, that's who I'm moving with. The CME founders table on 3-1. This is me preparing. I'm positioning myself by hosting more local Dallas events. I have a CME Coach Misty Live coming up. I booked for a Coach Misty Live. We're gonna do a Coach Misty Live. I ain't did one here in about 2 years, right? Also, I'm back with the Ultimate Women's Expo, speaking and going around the country doing the expos with them. Number three, my positioning, right? These are new habits, new rooms, new boundaries, new identity. I'm gonna go ahead and get that all white suit because that's what we're doing. And number four, I'm gonna go ahead and have a day where we pass out flyers. When I say we, I mean in me, my husband, Zion, whoever else want to join me. Baby, I'm gonna be worse than a Jehovah's Witness on a Saturday morning at noon, at 10 o'clock in the morning. Huh? That's how bad we gonna be passing out flyers and letting people know what it is, whatever the flyer might be. This is what we doing. I just now created a strategy document. You should have created a strategy document. Huh? This don't have to be, listen, you don't have to have 8 pages. You don't have to have a dissertation. It doesn't have to be a thesis. It doesn't have to be in 12-point font. You can get out a piece of paper and say, this is what I've been praying for. You're going to say, this is what listen, you're going to say, this is what I'm doing to prepare for it. And this is how I'm positioning myself for this thing. I'm praying, I'm preparing, and I'm putting myself in position. Here we are. Now that we have our strategy document, we're going to activate it. We're going to do an activation. This is called Open the Gates. This activation is called Open the Gates. Open the gates. At this moment, right here, right now, maybe y'all say, well, I think I've been praying, but I've been praying wrong. I want you to know a prayer is nothing but a conversation with God. It's between you and God. Some of y'all are trying to emulate things that you've seen online, emulate things that you see on the church. You can't pray like Sister Hancock prayed. That's her prayer. You can't pray like your grandmama prayed. That was her prayer. The way your grandmama talked to God was her own conversation. You don't have your grandmother's needs, so why are you praying your grandmother's prayer? And if you don't know how to talk to God, I'm going to show you right here, right now, how easy it is. One decision can change your life. So go ahead and put your hand over your heart and a hand on your forehead like this. A hand over your heart, a hand on your forehead. This is called open the gates. Open the gates. Open the gates to my spirit and my mind. A hand on your heart, a hand on your forehead. Again, this is one decision. You can decide to just look at me and say, well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and just. No, it's not that you need to start back praying. You need to start back doing. Miss Priscilla said, I need to start back praying. No, you need to start doing. You can pray all day. Y'all pray all the time. When y'all like, Lord, please let this light change. That's a prayer. Lord, please let my husband not talk to me crazy. That's a prayer. You pray all the time. You got to start doing. You got to start being. The thing that you asking God to put in your life, you need to start being. You need to make a decision that that is who you are right now. Stop asking God to change and thank God for the change that's already happening. That's the problem. Y'all pray all goddamn day, but you don't move. Put your hand over your heart and your hand over your forehead. I want you to repeat after me. God, open the gates to the blessings already assigned in my life. One more time. God, open the gates. Go ahead. To the blessings already assigned to my life. Remove every delay, distraction, and distortion. Remove it. Reposition me in clarity, courage, and obedience. Prepare my hands to hold what I have asked for. Prepare my heart to steward overflow well. Align me with my highest self. Order my steps towards favor, ease, and expansion. I declare the gates are open. I am positioned. I am ready. This week, I want you to watch how things move for you this week. It's no coinky dink that I teach this class on Monday. This week, I want you to watch how things move for you. If you said it and you meant it, I want you to watch how things move for you this week. Now, I want y'all to listen to me carefully. Nothing in your life is random. Listen, if you don't know how you got on my page, but you hear it, there wasn't nothing random about it. A lot of y'all be like, I don't know. I was just scrolling through TikTok and you popped up on my For You page, and here I am. Nothing in your life is random. Your blessing is waiting on your obedience. Let me say this again. Nothing in your life is random. Your blessing is waiting on your obedience. Your overflow is waiting on preparation. And your favor is waiting on positioning. Now, this series right here, How to Unblock Your Blessings, is complete. But you, my friend, are just beginning. I want you to pray daily, prepare intentionally, and position boldly. And remember, when you pray, prepare, and position yourself, favor stops visiting and starts living in your life. And that concludes the end of, listen, and that concludes the end of Unblock Your Blessings. Mirror, 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 mirror. Y'all, I get so excited and delighted when I finish every time I finish a doggone thing. Not because it's done, not because completion, but I've given you something to go with. I'm giving you something to run with. All of the videos are on YouTube. I'm giving you something to go with. That, listen, when I tell you it brings me joy, it brings me joy because I've given you something to go with. Like, if I don't do nothing else, I did what I was supposed to do. I did what I was supposed to do. If nothing else happens, baby, I did what I was supposed to do. Any questions, concerns, or comments? What y'all want to know? What are we talking about? Do you need any help with what we said? What are we doing? Questions, concerns, or comments? What are we doing? Does anybody need any help? Now is the time. If you need help understanding it, if you're still unsure, you say, I'm going to schedule a call. I'm in a place and it's worsening. Come on, Miss Priscilla. What we doing? How many of y'all ready to join the higher self circle? How many people ready to go to the higher self circle? What are we doing? Huh? You know how many people contacted me about the higher self circle? Listen, you know how many people contacted me about the higher self circle and didn't join? Hmm? A lot. A whole bunch. You said, can you repeat the positioning? You can now you're going to go back and watch that on YouTube. Hey, look at this. You can watch it on YouTube. My YouTube is I am Coach Misty on YouTube, and you can go back and watch the whole class. The higher self circle is an identity transformation coaching container. That's what it is. So here's the deal. I'm not here to, so no, I've been motivating y'all for 3 years. If you brand new to me, listen, if you brand new to me, that's cool. I have been coaching y'all. I've been motivating you for 3 years. We've been vibing for 3 years or 4 years or whatever the case may be. I am done with that. I am here to help you change your identity, to transform into something. You cannot, if you have been watching me for 4 years and you still stuck in the same place, what the fuck are we doing? I'm confused. You brand new. Hey friend, how you doing? I'm gonna show you how to get to the higher self container, how to higher self. So this is a coaching container. This is not, let me tell you what it's not. Let me tell you what it's not. This is not a place for you to come in with your trauma and drama. Right. The tree has to bear fruit. The tree has to bear fruit at this time. This year, I'm giving you every class that I charged for the past 3 years, every damn boot camp that I charged for the past 3 years, I'm giving it to you for free. I don't know what else to do. I give it to y'all for free. Every goddamn class I've done, I'm giving it to you for free. Because at this point, it's time for us to bear fruit. It's time for you to bear fruit or go find somewhere else to be. Because I'm tired of listening to the drama. I'm tired of listening to the heartache. I'm tired of y'all not going to be 50 years old going through the same shit year after year. That's crazy work. Every boot camp that you've paid for in the past, I'm giving it to you for free in 2026. I teach class 5 days a week. It is time to transform or move the fuck on. I am building a capsule of powerful people. You hear me? Powerful. You can be quiet and powerful. You can be kind and powerful. You understand me? Come on, the tree has to bear some fruit. So let's go ahead and go through the site. Let's go ahead and go through the site real quick. And then I'm going to give y'all a chance to go ahead and get in line for we doing live readings tonight. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to get in line for live readings. Because we're gonna have a good time tonight. Listen, so when you go click the link in my bio, it might tell you like, hey, do you really want to go to this page? Click yes. That's because it's a new one. First of all, when you go to the link that's on my page, go.iamcoachmisty.com, you're going to start there. You can go ahead and fill that information out and get your reset guide. There is a reset guide that you can get. Fill your information out and get your free reset guide. It's free. It's fucking free. It's a free 30-day reset guide. I'm giving you a checklist of shit to do with some instructions. It's fucking free. All right, next is you're going to go ahead and when you go ahead and fill that out, you should go here. The next thing you want to do, it says join the higher self circle. Go ahead and join the higher self circle. When you go ahead and join, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do the welcome. There's questions or community questions. Look over the rules and go ahead and complete week 1. I'm going to introduce week 2. So let me tell you how the higher self circle is going to be. The higher self circle, depending on your motivation, depending on your discipline, the higher self circle for you to create a brand new identity can take you anywhere from 9 to 12 months. Now, every January, I used to hold a conference called Manifest, and used to because we're moving in another direction. I can't teach you how to manifest if you don't know who you are. See, in order to manifest, you got to know what it is that you want, and you got to stand on business. But you can't stand on business if you have no idea who you are. So we have to take a couple steps back. So January 2027, we will be having our highest self conference every year. So the people who complete the program this year, you will graduate in January 2027. You will be in your all white January 2027. You will meet me in Atlanta, January 2027. For your graduation, you will bring your friends and your family for your graduation. Baby, I feel like the highest self conference graduation, the highest self circle graduation is important, or more than, it's just as important as graduating from college or even above that. You understand me? So this depends on how fast you move through the curriculum and how fast your changes. This ain't just a bunch of reading and answering questions. You will have to prove yourself and show yourself. Not prove yourself to me, but prove yourself to you that you really got this going on. Do not join the high self circle if you're looking for people to pump you up. If you need motivation to do something, don't do that. If you think I'm gonna hold your hand, I'm not gonna hold your hand. We're not doing that either. The high self circle is for people who are ready for the next level of elevation. These are people who might listen. I'm done dealing with emotion, and we dealing in laws. I wrote a book called The 48 Laws of Overflow. Did y'all know that? Who knew that? I wrote a book called The 48 Laws of Overflow. With anybody, and if you are a part, when you join the Higher Self Circle, the 48 Laws of Overflow download is in there. So if you have not bought the book or bought it, as long as you are a member of the this is what, let me go ahead. Let me give y'all a little bit of that. Do y'all want to hear something? Y'all want to hear the 48 Laws of Overflow? Yes, no, maybe so. Who want to hear it? Who want to hear something? Okay. I'm going to give y'all a little bit. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Somebody give me a page number. Give me a page number between 3 and 500. Give me a page number between 3 and 500. 15. Somebody said 15. Somebody said 25. Let's go to page 15. Is no, we're not in the laws yet. So we're gonna go to page 25. That was the next number I saw. Page 25 is law number 2. Page 25 is law number 2. Nothing grows in cluttered energy. Huh? Let me make it big. Nothing grows in cluttered energy. That's law number 2. If your spirit is crowded, your blessings have nowhere to land. Did y'all see that? What, Erica? I'm reading. If your spirit is crowded, your blessings have nowhere to land. Now, in the 48 Laws of Overflow, you can go ahead and get this book. If you haven't joined the Higher Self Circle, or you want to download your own book, you can go to that site and go down to where it says my digital books, my digital guides, and you can download the 48 Laws of Overflow. I'm going to say this: growth requires space. Listen, growth requires space. Overflow requires room. You cannot manifest abundance while emotionally hoarding the past. I tell y'all that all the time. And listen, I don't know what other way to do it. You cannot manifest abundance while emotionally hoarding the past. You cannot receive clarity while holding on to confusion. You cannot expect peace while entertaining chaos. Clutter is not just physical, it is spiritual. It lives in the conversations you replay, the relationships you keep just in case, the guilt you refuse to release, the resentments you rehearse, the habits you've outgrown but won't bury, and the identities you wear long after the expiration date. Your life is always responding to the space you make. When your energy is cluttered, blessings arrive confused. They knock, hesitate, and move on, not because they were not meant for you, but because there was nowhere for them to stay. Please, please. The whole higher self circle is built off my 48 laws of overflow. Y'all not, y'all not ready for this. God does not pour out new wine into old containers. The universe does not deliver overflow to a spirit still packed with yesterday. If you want something new, you must create an environment that can hold it. We're going to talk about the shadow that blocks this law. Attachment disguised as loyalty. This is y'all holding on to old shit. I want you to know that this shadow shows up as holding on to people you spiritually outgrown, keeping things for memories that carry pain, staying busy to avoid stillness, refusing to let go because I invested too much, romanticizing struggle, treating clutter like comfort, and confusing consistency with alignment. You tell yourself you're being loyal, patient, understanding, and strong, but underneath it, you're afraid of empty space. Because empty space feels, listen, empty space feels unfamiliar. It feels uncomfortable. It's quiet. But empty space is where miracles stretch their legs. Now, in this book, there's an activation. I give y'all an activation ritual for everyone, and it's called Make Room. When you make your room, I'm gonna go ahead and read this one to y'all. The activation ritual for law number 2 is make room. You're gonna need a trash bag or a box, a journal, and you can use favor mist or water for this one. You're always asking, how do I use the products? How do I use the products? Now I got you a whole book, and you can use your products. Step number 1 is choose one area. I want you to pick a space today. I want y'all to pick a space today, whether it be a drawer, a purse, your phone, a relationship, a habit, or a belief. I want you to pick one space today. Do not overwhelm yourself, because overflow starts with one decision. I told y'all, one decision away from being the best thing that you can be. Overflow starts with one decision. Step number 2, remove without negotiation. That's step number 2. Step number 1 is pick a place, choose one area. And step number 2 is remove without negotiation. As you clear the space, I want you to say, I release what no longer matches my becoming. No explanations, no guilt, no nostalgia. I release. Well, as you start clearing out that space, I started clearing out my wallet. I had receipts in my wallet. I had credit cards I wasn't using in my wallet. I had all kind of stuff in my wallet. And I opened up my wallet one day, and I said, I'm asking for an overflow, and I got stuff in here that ain't that's not, it's not, I can't spend it, I can't save it. What is this? My wallet is colored with paper, which means my finance is about to be cluttered with pay. And I just started clearing out my wallet. I wasn't at home. I was in the casino. I just started throwing stuff away out my wallet, just picture stuff. How can I ask for overflow, but I don't even have a container to hold it? My wallet can't even hold what I'm asking to hold. Absolutely not. Then what I really need to do is get a new wallet. So number 1 was choose the area. Number 2 was remove without negotiation. Right? As you clear the space, you say, I release what no longer matches my becoming. Step number 3 is to cleanse the space. This is where you use your favor mist. You spray favor mist, or you sprinkle some holy water, or simply pause and breathe and say, this space is now available for overflow. This space, y'all need to clear y'all damn purses out. This space is not available for overflow. Step number 4 is you have a journal prompt. Remember, one of the things you needed was a journal. And you're going to write this. You're going to answer this question honestly. What am I holding on to that is blocking my next level? Y'all need to do that. What am I holding on to that's blocking my next level? And after you go ahead and take 3 to 5 minutes to answer that question honestly, remember, this is just between you, God, and that piece of paper. Then I want you to answer this question. What would open up if I finally let it go? What would open up? Step number 5 is to seal the ritual. You place your hand over your heart and declare, I trust empty space. I trust divine replacement. I make room without fear. I also give you an overflow practice. So for this law, for the next 7 days, remove one thing daily that no longer serves you. I'm not just reading this, I'm telling you. For the next 7 days, after you do this one thing, after you do the overflow, you do the removal ritual. The next thing to do is remove one thing daily that no longer serves you, whether it's physical, emotional, digital, or spiritual. Okay. Remove one thing that no longer serves you. Listen, because every 1 inch of space invites movement. And then at the end of the chapter, I give y'all a summary. A summary of Law 2 says this: clutter blocks clarity and abundance. Overflow requires room, energetically and spiritually. Loyalty to the past delays the future. I'm going to say this again. Loyalty to the past delays the future. That shit y'all holding on to. Loyalty to the past delays the future. Them friendships that no longer serve you. Loyalty to the past. Yes, y'all went to school together, but are y'all learning together? That was a word. Yes, y'all went to school together, but are y'all still learning together? Absolutely not. What did I say? Loyalty to the past delays the future. Empty space is not lost, it is preparation. Things that you lose no longer apply to you. Listen, any type of relationship, if I lose you, it was time for you to go. Whatever you lose, listen, empty space is not lost, it is preparation. And what you release creates space for what you desire. The affirmation for law number 2 says, I make room for what wants to grow in my life. The highest self circle is built on the 48 laws of power. I'm sorry, the 48 laws of overflow. Lord, I done read the 48 laws of overflow. How many people ready to join the circle? How many people ready to join the circle? I'm going to read one more. How many people ready to join the circle? If you're ready to join the circle, you click the link in my bio or go to go.iamcoachmisty.com. If you are ready to join the circle, you click the link in my bio. Yeah, you just join, welcome in, and you click on this one that says the highest self circle. Go ahead and join. I want you to start with the welcome first, read everything in the welcome, and then go ahead and do your assignments. If half of the people, listen, what you mean you got to join the next class? You don't have to join. You join whenever you're ready. See, that's what the fuck wrong with y'all. You're not joining the next class. There is no next class. You join when you're ready. So when you join, you just start at the welcome. Stop waiting for shit to happen. I just gotta wait for what next class? It's all the highest self circle is always open. It's always open. That's what I'm saying. We keep on putting shit off. I'm just gonna wait till the next one. What next one? And here it is, life, and you standing still. Mm. I'm gonna read one more law for y'all, and then we're gonna take a mini break, and then we're gonna come back at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, midnight, and we're gonna do confirmations and confessions. Give me one more page number. One more page number. Remember, we did 25. I need anywhere from, let's say, between 25, 27, and 500. Give me another page number. She said page 100. I saw 100 first. Hold on. Baby, I should have did this on a bigger phone. Okay. Okay. We're going to do page 100. I'm going to show y'all where to get the book. You can get the book tonight. You can download it. So page 100 is actually part of another law. I'm going to go ahead and start at the top law. This is law number 9, which is starve the doubt and feed the destiny. Oh, this is deep. This is so page 100 was actually part of law number 9. I'm going to take my glasses off for this one. Starve the doubt and feed the destiny. Listen, what you consistently entertain will eventually control you. I had to. What you consistently entertain will eventually control you. What you consistently entertain, ho, will eventually control you. Let me tell you why your mind is the real battlefield. Okay? Let me start here, Buttercup. Really did write that. Let me start here, Buttercup. Because if you miss this truth, you'll keep blaming circumstances for a war that's happening internally. Your biggest obstacle has never been money. Huh? It has never been timing. It has never been other people. And it has never been opportunity. Your biggest obstacle has been what you repeatedly allow to live rent free in your mind. Take a sip. Take a sip. Huh? Can I run that back real quick? Do y'all mind? Your biggest obstacle has never been money. It has never been timing. It has never been other people. And it's never been opportunity. Your biggest obstacle has been what you repeatedly allow to live rent free in your mind. Because destiny does not unfold on the outside first. It unfolds internally in thought patterns, beliefs, expectations, and internal dialogue. And whatever you feed consistently becomes dominant. I'm gonna say this again. Whatever you feed consistently becomes dominant. That's not spirituality, that's law. See, that's what I'm saying. This is law. I'm teaching y'all law now. I'm tired of the oh Lord, deliver me. I'm tired of it. That's why I teach law. Y'all be like, what happened to LMBCC? Why she don't do Sunday summers no more? You been in church your whole goddamn life and ain't shit changed. Bitch, I'm here to teach you law. You understand me? We here to learn law. I'm gonna talk about the difference between doubt and discernment. I want to clear this up immediately. Doubt is not discernment. See, that's the problem. Doubt is not discernment. Discernment is quiet, grounded, and clear. Doubt is loud, is anxious, and it's repetitive. So doubt, a lot of y'all think, listen, oh, that's not discernment, that's doubt, that's on you. Somebody offer you an opportunity and you be like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about it. That's not discernment, that's doubt. Huh? Discernment says this doesn't align. Discernment what says this isn't for me. Discernment says something feels off. Discernment says let me wait. Doubt says who do you think you are? That's what doubt says. Who do you think you are to deserve this? Doubt says, well, what if you fail? Doubt says, what if you embarrass yourself? Or what if it doesn't work? Or what if they judge you? Or what if you're wrong? See, discernment protects you, but doubt it paralyzes you. Okay. And if a thought drains you and it shrinks you or it keeps you stuck, it's not wisdom. It is fear wearing a familiar voice. Now, let me tell you why doubt sounds like your own voice. And this is very important. See, doubt rarely shows up as something foreign. Doubt don't come from a person across the way that says something to you. Doubt sounds like you. Doubt looks like you. Doubt dresses like you, right? It borrows your tone. It uses your memories. It references your past failures. It highlights your wounds. It disguises itself as realism. And that's why it's dangerous. See, doubt doesn't say, I want to stop you. It says, I'm just being realistic. It says, I'm just trying to protect you. It says, I don't want you to get hurt again. It says, I've seen how this goes. And before you realize it, you're feeding it. Okay. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna tell you how doubt is fed daily without you realizing. Your doubt will listen. You feed doubt every time you rehearse worst case scenarios. If something comes up and the first thing you do is the worst case scenario, you feed in doubt. Okay, you feed in doubt every time you replay old failures. You're feeding doubt every time you analyze, overanalyze before even doing it, before acting on something. Right? When you seek reassurance instead of self trust. Right? When you ask for opinions when you already know, when you delay decisions out of fear, when you talk yourself out of opportunities, when you minimize your desires, when you say, I can't before you try, before you compare your timeline to someone else's. See, doubt thrives on repetition and not evidence. Huh? Doubt thrives on, listen, repetition and not truth, not facts, but just attention. Y'all want me to keep going or y'all need me to stop? Y'all want me to keep going? Because I'm not done. Law number 9 is pretty good. Y'all want me to keep going? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, say, listen. Let me tell you why doubt feels safe. Listen, doubt feels safer than, listen, let me tell you why doubt feels safer than destiny. Let me tell you why doubt feels safer than destiny. You know why? Because destiny requires movement. Hmm? This is why doubt feels safer than destiny. That's why it's easier to be like, I don't know about that and stay still because destiny requires movement. Destiny requires visibility. Destiny requires risk. It requires expansion. It requires change and responsibility. See, doubt keeps you hidden. Yeah, oh yeah, doubt keeps you hidden. Doubt keeps you familiar. It keeps you unchallenged and it keeps you predictable. Doubt says stay where you are because you survived here. Destiny says come forward, you'll have to grow. So the mind, which is trained by survival, often chooses doubt, not because it's right, but because it's familiar. Now I'm gonna go into the cost of feeding doubt long term because see, feeding doubt doesn't just delay destiny. Oh no, ma'am, it's going to present chronic indecision in your life. Huh? You will now suffer from low grade anxiety, self sabotage, procrastination, missed opportunities, resentment, regret, emotional exhaustion, loss of self trust, and diminished confidence. And eventually, it creates a quiet grief. This is a grief of unrealized potential. See, that grief doesn't scream, it whispers, you weren't, listen, you were meant for more. I'm gonna tell you why destiny needs to be fed intentionally. You have to make a choice. Remember, I say you are one decision, you are one pimp decision away from changing your life. Destiny needs to be fed intentionally. Destiny does not survive on autopilot. Y'all out here thinking, well, if I say I want it and it's gonna happen, destiny is gonna come to me. This ain't a Disney film. This ain't Hallmark. Wake up, ho. We in real life. You understand me? We in real life. You understand me? Destiny does not survive on autopilot. Your destiny requires belief. Listen, your destiny requires belief. Listen, it requires action, consistency, courage, repetition, and attention. I'm going to say it again. This is what your destiny requires. If you were wondering, what do I need to do for destiny to come true? It requires belief, action, consistency, courage, repetition, and attention, just like doubt. But see, the difference is doubt feeds itself. Destiny must be chosen. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. Doubt fills itself. Destiny must be chosen. If you ain't signed up for the highest self circle, you don't want to be better. I don't care what you say. And I ain't saying it because of me. My whole highest self circle is built off this book, 48 Laws of Overflow. I'm not playing with your hoes no more. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm done playing. I'm done playing. We ain't changing wigs. We ain't changing glasses. Listen, I'm done playing. I'm going to say this. Destiny must be chosen. No one accidentally fulfills their calling. That does not happen. They decide to nurture it even when fear is present. I want you to know what it means to feed the destiny. See, feeding the destiny does not mean blind positivity. And that's what I think. I just got to be more positive. Absolutely the fuck not. What it means is acting before you feel fully ready. That's how to feed the destiny. You want to feed the beast? You want to feed it? You need to speak possibility instead of limitation. Stop telling me what you can't do and tell me what you're going to do. You need to you need to interrupt the negative self-talk. As soon as you feel yourself about to come down on yourself, you need to stop it. You need to interrupt it with something positive. You need to make decisions align with who you are becoming, not who you are today. You understand me? The decisions I make are aligned with what my next level is, not with what I've already accomplished. You need to choose growth over comfort, right? Listen, when you elevate, when you grow, you're going to have some areas of discomfort. You need to choose that. Okay. You need to trust yourself without needing constant validation. Again, at the higher self circle, I am not here to hold your hand. I am not here to give you a pat on the back. Bitch, you are 47. Let's go. I'm not here for all that. You need me to be like, oh my God, girl, you're doing such an amazing job. You are so. We are not here to do that. Okay, listen. You also need to allow yourself to want more. It is okay to want more. Fuck what your family say. It's okay for you to want a 6-bedroom house and it's only you. That ain't nobody's business. It's okay for you to want more than one car. It's okay for you to want a promotion at your job and you only been there a year. It's okay to want a business that you can hire your kids. It's okay for that. Huh? Also, following curiosity instead of fear, right? Also, staying committed after the excitement fades. Every day ain't gonna be, listen, I'm a business owner through and through, okay, a mogul, and every day ain't gonna be exciting, but you got to stay committed after that excitement phase. This is how you feed. This is what it means to feed destiny. See, feeding destiny is a practice, it is not a mood. Y'all waiting for some magical shit to happen. You waiting for Tinkerbell to come and tap you on your shoulder. I need you to stand up and do what you need to do. And I'm gonna tell you why your past is always hungry. See, your past will always want to be fed. Past experience demand relevance. Take a sip. Hmm? Past experience demand relevance. Past wounds want authority. Past failures want influence. Hmm. Yeah. Because if the past loses influence, it loses power. So the past will whisper to you, remember when you tried? Hmm? Remember how that ended? Remember who hurt you? Remember how embarrassing that was? I want you to know that your past is not evil, but it has expired. And expired information cannot lead a future focused life. Y'all want me to keep going or y'all done? Hmm? Y'all need me to keep going? Or we done? Y'all want me to wrap it up? Yes, no, maybe so, because I'm not done. They said more, we're going to say more. Let's talk about the truth about self-sabotage. This is all in law 9. This is all one law. This is the truth about self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is not self-hatred. That's what people don't understand. When you self-sabotage, it's not because you hate yourself. It is misplaced loyalty. You hear me? I'm helping y'all feel better about the shit that y'all. Listen. I'm saying this again. When you self-sabotage, whether it's a relationship, listen, whether it's a relationship or a job or a business, and you know you are in self-sabotage mode, it's not that you hate yourself or you hate the person that you with or you hate the opportunities. It's this is misplaced loyalty. See, I want you to know that when you self-sabotage, that means you're loyal to old identities. You refuse to move on because you're loyal to the person who you was, right? When you self-sabotage, you are loyal to old coping mechanisms. I don't want to learn how to be better because it's easier just to be bad. Huh? You're loyal to old narratives. You're loyal to what your mama said you should be. You're loyal to what your baby daddy said you could never be. You're loyal to what your daddy didn't do for you. You are loyal to old narratives. You are also loyal to old fears. You are also loyal to old roles and old versions of safety. So when destiny calls, sabotage steps in to protect you from the unfamiliar. And that's why you don't need punishment, you need retraining. Welcome to the highest self. You don't need punishment, you need retraining. I want you to know why God doesn't remove doubt for you. Yeah, let's oh, now we about to get into it. Why don't God? Y'all be praying, Lord, take this from me, God. Help me, God. Let me tell you why God is not gonna remove doubt for you. Right? Listen, and this part really matters. God will not remove doubt because doubt is not the enemy. One moment. One more time. I'm going to say this again. God will not remove doubt because doubt is not the enemy. Agreement is. Doubt is not the enemy. Agreement is. Doubt is a suggestion. You decide whether to feed it. Faith is not, listen, faith is not the absence of doubt. Faith is choosing action despite it. Every step you take while doubt is present starves it. Every time you pause because doubt is loud, you feed it. Now I'm gonna teach you how to starve doubt practically. I'm gonna teach you how to practically starve doubt. This is things that you can do right here, right now. Starving, listen, get your paper out. If you ain't gonna get the book tonight, get your paper out. If you haven't joined the highest self circle, which the book is already attached to the curriculum, or you haven't went on my page and went to the downloads, went to my digital guides and downloaded this, write this down. I'm gonna say this: starving doubt does not mean arguing with it. We're not doing that. Starving doubt means that I'm not engaging with it. I'm not rehearsing it. Listen, I'm not obeying it, and I'm not feeding it emotionally. See, doubt stars when you take action anyway. Huh? When listen, you scared as hell, but you step out on faith. You take action anyway. Listen, when you wanna starve doubt, go ahead and take the first step. I don't care if you're not ready, if you got an idea and you gotta wait for people to pay you. I don't care if you ain't got no website, put it out there. Right? Listen, you starved out when you redirect your focus. When you know you about to be on some fuck shit, and you know you about to be on some fuck shit, and you got to redirect your focus. That's starving doubt. Because a lot of times we distract ourselves with mindless shit in order to do anything that we called to do because we scared to take action. And the third way is to ground yourself in the present. Stop. Y'all be so worried about the future that you ain't living for today. Ground yourself in the present, right here, right now. You so worried about becoming a millionaire. You don't know the in dollars. You don't know that you're a millionaire of time. You're a millionaire of wisdom. Attitude is listen, attitude of gratitude to get you far. Listen, you starved out when you return to your body. Huh? Return to your body. And when you choose movement over standing still, this is how you starved out. See, action is starvation to doubt. Action. You got to take action with something. Action is starvation to doubt. Now, I'm going to talk about the shadow. In every law, we talk about the shadow that blocks this law. So let's talk about this. This is fear based identity. That's what I'm here to help y'all with. Come to the highest self circle. Fear based identity. See, this shadow sounds like I don't trust myself, or I always mess things up, or I should wait until I'm sure, or I need more information. Huh? Some of y'all want to join the high self circle right now, but you like, well, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna send her a message and ask her for more information, right? Or I don't want to regret this, or I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. And it's crazy because if I was to come online and say I got a box of oils, I'm gonna give you a box of oils for $47 and you don't know what's in it. I'm just gonna put stuff in it. I'm gonna give you a mini black box for $47. I will sell out tonight. If I told you right now, I'm gonna give you a mini box of oils for $47. You don't know what oils is in it. I'm a curate it. I'm a intuitively, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at your name and I know exactly what you need. God gonna show me, and I'm gonna make you some custom oils and I'm gonna send it to you for $47 in free shipping. Y'all would sell that shit out. But if I tell you, go to the higher self circle, you get the first 7 days for free. That's enough time to get in there, do your welcome stuff, get your welcome post, do week 1. I'm about to upload week 2. Y'all gonna sit there and be like, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll have to join next week, or I'm gonna see if she still got it open next month. Right? Fear based identity keeps you circling the same mental neighborhood while destiny wants outside the gate. I'm explaining to you why destiny feels quiet at first. See, doubt is loud in your life. Y'all want destiny to come and kick in the door. I'm gonna tell you why destiny feels quiet at first. See, doubt screams, but destiny whispers. Doubt is urgent, destiny is patient. Doubt demands certainty, while destiny requires trust. And that's why most people hear doubt more clearly, because see, destiny grows louder the more you move towards it. You want destiny to come and kick your door in. You want this job of your dreams to just land in your email without you going to look for it. See, doubt is gonna have you stuck at that job that you don't like and don't like you. Destiny is saying, I need you to go on LinkedIn. Destiny is saying, I need you to go ahead and contact this HR director that you even got their information. That's what destiny is saying. Destiny is saying, I need you to go ahead and change up your cover letter and go ahead and apply to every job that you want. That's what destiny is saying. Doubt will keep you at the same thing. I'm gonna tell you what happens when you finally feed the destiny. So if you were thinking, if you on a listen, if you on the fence about feeding destiny, if you want to stay where you are because it's comfortable and it's familiar, and just being because it's comfortable don't mean it's good for you, right? It's familiar and it's comfortable, and you ain't got to do no work to stay broken. Broke people stay broke easy. You just close your eyes and your ears and your heart to opportunities. You want to stay broke? That's easy to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, people will be like, I ain't deciding to stay broke. Yes, you are. You decide to stay broke when you decide not to do better. Somebody send that to me. Somebody send that to me. What did I say? You decide that you are making the decision to stay broke and broke in every day when you decide not to do better. When you get up in the morning and decide not to do one thing better than you did yesterday, you have made a decision to stay broke. Broke and broken. Huh? You're making a decision every day. Look at you. You're a good old decision maker, you. Let's talk about what happens when you finally feed the destiny. You say, how do I book a what? You want to book a question? What you want to book? I'm gonna go through the site in a minute. You can get daily readings on the daily readings, or scroll down to the bottom and look for private readings. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about when you consistently feed the destiny, your confidence will stabilize. Your confidence stabilizes when you consistently feed destiny. Your decisions become clearer. Your nervous system will calm down. Your self trust returns. When you finally feed the destiny, opportunities will start to align for you. Resistance weakens, momentum builds, and fear loses authority. Not because doubt disappears, but because it no longer leads. Now, I'm not going to go through the activation ritual for this one. It's called mental fasting. You can go ahead and get the download of the book or join the highest circle. And the book is going to be attached to every curriculum every week. You can find the book. Okay. So I'm not going to read the activation ritual called mental fasting. I will tell you that it requires a journal, a quiet space, and 10 uninterrupted minutes. So you don't need to have, it doesn't call for one of my products for this one. Okay. There is an overflow practice for the next 7 days when doubt appears. As, does feeling this move me closer or keep me safe? And ask that when you see doubt is coming up, whatever it is, does this feeling move me closer or does it keep me safe? Does it move me closer to my destiny, or does it keep me safe where I am right now? And just to summarize law 9, I ain't gonna read no more after this. Is thoughts are nourishment. Doubt survives on attention. I'm gonna say this again. Doubt survives on attention. Destiny requires intentional feeding. Action starves fear. You are not your thoughts. You are the chooser. Okay. All right. And after every law, listen, there is a affirmation as well. 'Cause I know how y'all like affirmations. Again, that is the 48 laws of overflow. That is what the higher self circle is built on. That is the law that we use to go ahead and build our highest self. I give you all assignments, and that's how it goes. Now I'm going to run through the new site because I know it ain't like the other one where it was boom, 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 boom. But that's okay. Here's the deal. If you read If you go on a new site and actually pay attention, you'll find everything that you're looking for. So let's get into it. First of all, when you go to go.iamcoachmisty.com, it's going to start there. Start your reset. Sign up and get your free digital download of your reset guide. It is working. Boom. Go ahead. When you're going to click out of that, or you're going to go ahead and get your guide. The first thing you say is get your free guide, just in case you missed it on the front. Listen, you said you moved to Dallas after I started following you on TikTok. All right, friend. Listen, check your email because I'm having a meeting in Dallas on the 1st. The next one is the Higher Self Circle. This is where you join the Higher Self Circle. Come on, the homework is up. I haven't put week 2 up, so you got time. Listen, right? Next is going to be, it says you don't know where to start. We have daily readings. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do readings tonight. When you click on here and you click on daily readings, it's going to go ahead and redirect you to another page. Go ahead and scroll down. Tonight is Monday. Please do not buy anything but Monday readings. It's the first one. If you're going to get a reading tonight, and we're going to start readings in 15 minutes, I'm going to stop this live and we'll come back. Tonight is Monday. Get to click on there and get Monday readings. Do not buy readings from other days and then get on here and be like, oh, well, I got a such and such. I'm going to tell you to come back and see me on that day. I'm going to go back to the main page, right? You can get the daily readings, or you can explore my brands. All you got to do is go ahead and scroll down. Next is the pep talk. Some of y'all need a foot up y'all ass, and I'm here to help. Now you can get your pep talk. You can actually get your pep talk right here. You can go ahead and say, I want a pep talk. You ain't got to get on my schedule for a pep talk. Just buy one and watch what happens. Just buy a pep talk. I'm going to text you and be like, hey, girl, what's going on? What you need a pep talk about? You're going to say, well, I need a pep talk about this. And then I'm going to, in my clearest voice, go ahead and send you a digital pep talk message. And at the end, I'm going to tell you that God still loves you. But the first 30 to 45 seconds is going to be me lighting up and putting my foot up your ass, because you needed that. So you can go ahead and get a pep talk. It's delivered within 24 to 48 hours. It's a personalized voice message from me. Huh? Right. Next one is choose your reset. Choose your reset. Y'all looking for the credit? Go ahead and go to Budget Bay. It's right here. Y'all looking for the credit repair? Go ahead and go to Budget Bay. Go ahead and click on it. It's buy one, get one free until April 1st. Buy one, get one free until April 1st. The next one is the taxes. You need a tax appointment. There may not be none left, but this is where you go for your tax appointments. Boom, boom. Go ahead and get your tax appointments. The next one, this is the books by Coach Misty. Now, this is my Amazon shelf. This is not the 48 Laws of Power. It's not up here. I mean, 48 Laws of Overflow. Lord have mercy. It's not up here yet, but all of my paperback books are here. Slim Jim Water. Y'all know what it is. Girl, fuck you. I'm changing this up real quick. So just give me a minute with that, because we changing that. Because you can actually buy Girl Fuck You on Amazon. This is where, listen, ain't no more tax appointments left. Are you sure? Because I opened up a new day. I'll open up some more. Listen, go ahead and do this. This is where you get the 48 Laws of Overflow, the digital downloads and workbooks. Digital downloads and workbooks is where you'll find the 48 Laws of Overflow. The next one is going to be my products. Listen, because I love y'all and y'all love me back. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being patient with us as we got it all in December orders. There was a lot more orders than I thought it was. That's neither here nor there. I'm not going to go into how we was using the PayPal system, and I thought we had shipped out all the orders for one day. I go back and refresh, it'd be 50 more orders. And I'm like, what the hell? So I want to thank y'all for being patient. I didn't sell any product until we actually got those cleared out. So the last of the last is now completely being shipped out. We are done with that. I am offering free shipping. And the things that I have on here are already made up. So I know we got to make it up. So let me show y'all something now. The people on YouTube and Facebook, y'all been seeing that behind me. But let me show my TikTok bookie something. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's product. That's ready-made product right there. Black Magic Mist, everything that I got. PS I Love You Mist, PS I Love You Oils, Lucky Day, Blessed Oil, whatever I got is up there. Holy Water, everything is ready to go. So that is just a representation of what we have. And I'm not overselling anything. It's not like, oh, I bought it and now, no. Everything I have is what we got. So product is here. Okay, that's what we got doing. Listen, you said your nail woman stole your blessed oil. Crave is up. So I don't know if Crave is up, but if you click on it, it'll show you what products we have. I do have Crave. I'll show you what products I have right here. It is up. All right. Next is scroll down to the bottom. If you do want to talk to me and book a private session, you can go ahead and go here. I'm about to take down a 2026. I'm about to take down the 2026 love, health, self wealth forecast, and I'm going to replace it with a love reading, right? So we're going to go ahead, but we have other readings. If you need to book a private session with me, you go ahead and click there. All right. We have confirmations, we have videos, and we tell you how it worked. And that's how we get that done. The only thing I can tell you is go on the site and read. It's very self-explanatory. You just got to go and just explore, right? Be intentional. The website, is it in my bio? It should be, but it's go.iamcoachmisty.com. It should be right at the bottom of this page. Do you see it, Miss Priscilla? It's right at the bottom of the page. All right. Anybody got any questions, concerns, or comments? I'm going to let y'all go ahead and sign up for Monday night shenanigans. We're about to have a good time. If y'all would give me all of 15 minutes, I'll be right back with y'all. Listen, if any questions, concerns, or comments before I log off for 15 minutes. My link is in the bio. When you click on it, it might say, "Oh, do you want to go to this page?" Yes, it's safe. Go ahead and go to the page. The more people visit it, the less that'll show up. Or you can take a screenshot and it's go.iamcoachmisty.com. All right. Questions, concerns, or comments? Going once, going twice. I want to thank y'all for rocking with me for the last 10 Mondays. I want to thank y'all for making this an enjoyable experience. Listen, you are more than welcome. I hope y'all get the 48 laws of overflow. I hope to see you in the higher self circle. What else? What else? What else? 15 minutes. We will be back with confirmations and confessions. We're going to have a good time. A good time, and I will be offering love readings tomorrow. I think I'm gonna offer love readings. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Hmm. I think I'm gonna do free love readings with the purchase of a product. Free love reader. Why not? Facebook, YouTube. You guys have been amazing. Mm. You guys have been amazing. Join me back here in 15 minutes for confirmations, confessions. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Shares with somebody just might change